is for you. Our expert will share valuable insights, help you understand the unique skills required, the challenges that you might face, and the remarkable opportunities that await you. And hopefully you discover which path might lead you to a fulfilling and a successful career in today's ever-evolving tech landscape. But before we begin, I encourage you to type in your questions in the chat and we will take them live through the course of this conversation. Now, with that, I'm very happy and excited to introduce my guest today. Sameer Jindal is the Director of Cost Optimization and MG Nurture at MG Motor India. He established the Product Engineering Department at MG Motor India. And before this company, he was with Hero MotoCorp and with General Motors. Sameer, welcome to ET Career Talks, and we're excited to begin an engaging conversation, which we hope will empower many of those who joined us today to make an informed choice.
Thank you, Saloni. Thank you, Biloni. So I hope I am loud and clear.
Yes, Sameer, loud and clear. Let's explore the world of product engineering and product management. Yeah. And, with that, Sameer, my first question, to you is, take us through your career journey. Tell us a little bit about yourself, so our audience gets an understanding of what you did, that has led you to this path.
Sure. So I will be very excited to talk on this topic of product engineering versus program management, because my whole career is around 30 years now has revolved around these two main careers. So starting from 1992, when I graduated mechanical engineering from NIT Allahabad, I have actually joined Bharat Petroleum as an engineering trainee and worked for a year there. And then I moved to US for my master's program in CAD CAM CAE, where I got a scholarship for working there as a research and teaching assistant, and also pursuing MS program in mechanical engineering. So after graduating from there, I decided to return to India, and I joined Daewoo Motor as an assistant manager for car body design. So where I am basically a product engineering guy, and my whole work was around sheet metal, localization, and the development of the cars. So I worked that time on the new car, which was Daewoo was introducing, Matiz, and CLO. And then in 2001, I joined General Motors in Halol plant. And here also, I was heading the sheet metal function as a senior manager. And then this whole thing was around 12 years, I was working in product engineering. So you can imagine I was a hardcore product engineering guy, but work cross-functionally with other teams. Then 2007, suddenly I got a assignment in South Korea from General Motors. It was in GM Daewoo, and it was in program engineering management. And this was a mix of program management and in product engineering. So right. This was technical.
So product management and product engineering.
Yes, it was a mix of both. And we have to handle the new architecture development of GM Beat program, which was getting done globally. And I was a program engineering manager for Beat for India as well as Europe. So with that, I got a global experience of this combined thing. And when I returned to India in 2010, GM gave me a position of chief engineer for all car lines. And as a chief engineer or head of engineering, you have to mix with all the departments in the company, including the plant, the marketing, and everything. And 2012, I became a director of engineering. And this was again a mix of program management and engineering, both goes together.
Right. So you had a very exciting journey, and, my first question to you is, if you can simplify for us, because, we've understood from what you've said that a product manager takes charge of a product's development strategy and market success. On the flip side, the product engineer, as you said, focuses on enhancing and evolving products throughout their life cycle. So now as the director of such a large automotive company like MG Motors, which has both product managers and product engineers, could you elaborate on the different roles roles that your product managers and product engineers play, and where do you see them overlap, if there isn't?
Sure, Melanie. So after General Motors, I joined Hero MotoCorp for establishing a pure program management organization. So where, the skills of hardcore program management comes to foreplay. And this is right from the strategy, from product identification to all the cost analysis, and then bringing all the functions of the company together, right from sales, marketing, engineering, and everything. So with that experience, I got into MG and I headed both engineering and program management for many years. And these attributes are not different, but in a way, it requires slightly a different skill set.
Right.
So for program management, you have to be an overall all-rounder, and you have to see different strategies, cost benefit analysis, a lot of program timing perspective. And
You
at the
mean
hero,
product, right?
yeah, so
Product management.
product management or program management, as it called in different
Okay.
ways. Yeah, so that requires monitoring of different programs, right? So let's say in Hero, there were multiple programs, and I have 55 running programs going on, and 32 in the R&D, 35. So almost 100 programs I have to head with my program management team. So
Yeah.
we have a multi-program management softwares, and also the monitoring and the meeting with the top management for all these programs.
Right.
So a product engineer, on the other hand, is a domain expert, and they come from a very specific knowledge about, let's say, a body, a sheet metal, trims, or seats, or chassis, right? So they grow into that domain, and that helps them for emphasizing the complete vehicle development. If I'm talking about automobile,
Right.
yeah, so that is the thing which helps. And when you transition from a product engineer to a program management or product management, it helps a lot with that background to control all the activities all around.
So you're saying the transition for a product engineer, into product management is much easier.
Definitely.
Can someone in product management, if they have an engineering background, can they move to becoming a product engineer?
See, usually the reverse is not true in most of the cases, because as you grow higher
even if you have an engineering background.
Yeah, even if you have an engineering background, you can switch to that, provided you have a knack of having some deep research, or let's say inquisitive into that particular area. While you are doing a program management job, you also have learned the skills of that particular domain. And then somebody senior can give you a chance in that domain to prove yourself. So that can be done. I'm not saying it's not possible, but as you move higher in the organization, it's more of a program management or product management type of jobs, which takes you to a managerial or leadership level.
All right, I'm going to come back to this particular question on, how the career progression is. But, what are the key skills? You've hinted at a few, but what are the key skills required for success as a product manager and as a product engineer?
Okay, so I'll talk first about the product engineer, because that's the basic skill what an engineer learns. So right from DFMEA, which is design failure mode analysis, product or process FMEA, PFMEA, DFSS, which is designed for Six Sigma. Okay, all these techniques, all the DREs or design release engineers or the product engineers have to learn, and they have to get into details of all the detailed drawings or fits and finish, and even some of the software they have to know. Basically, in automotive industry, we have AutoCAD or CATIA or these type of software. So at early stages, usually the engineers work on these software and learn the design, And later they become, when they become managers or senior managers or general managers of the department, they monitor the teams who are doing it. So in nutshell, they are actually handling the complete design from the scratch or the design board to the complete product.
Right.
So they are like CEO of the car, I mean CEO of the product, basically, right?
Right.
Program management, on the other hand, requires a lot of skills on working with the Microsoft Office or Microsoft project softwares, with a lot of intercommunication or interdepartmental communication skills, getting people together, a very good written and communication skills for presenting to the top management, and keeping all the teams together to move in one
Aligned.
direction. So that's a different type of skill set, which sometimes a very hardcore product engineer will not be having it, and he may not be successful in program management, for example.
Okay, Sameer, there's a lot of questions which are coming in. And,
Sure.
once again, I just want to clarify that when you talk about program management, you are talking of product management.
Yes. So program management in a typical engineering or automotive company where I come from is a product management. So product management right from the development of the product, identifying the market and business case is all complete product management.
Right.
And they form the execution teams,
Right.
or PAT, they call program execution teams, which executes the whole product, and right from the build stage, the launch stage, and marketing requirements, and after sales issues, quality issues. So all this comes under the purview of program or product management.
Right. So you just elaborated on the technical and the strategic distinction between the two roles, and their responsibilities. And you said that you also focused on, in case if you want to transition from a product engineer to a managerial position, how will that career trajectory be? And, what should be the things that a product engineer should keep in mind if they want to, make that a path of their career progress?
Yeah, definitely. They will have to keep upskilling their knowledge about a lot of program related things, especially finance and market strategy and latest trends in the market. And also the overall managing of the whole program. And after a few years of experience in engineering or hardcore engineering, it is really suitable for a person to move in this direction, and then interact with different type of engineers of different departments, like from manufacturing engineering for tools, for the plant, or the assembly line engineers, or body shop engineers, or quality engineers for that matter, and even sales, marketing, and finance. So a person who is knowing the product engineering from beginning, and he is well aware of details of this, and even tooling, and with purchase team, so he can do program management role very successfully. However, having said that, now I am seeing youngsters also coming directly to the program management role, and they keep on upgrading their knowledge while interacting with product engineers. So while they are doing their program management role, they are also upskilling their knowledge about, let's say, new electric vehicles, or connected cars, or autonomous vehicles. So they are also becoming knowledgeable while interacting with the product engineering teams or the other departments.
Yeah, through osmosis, just
Yes,
because they are
right.
in the same environment.
Exactly.
But, I want to link this to your experience. You were previously, as you explained to us, director engineering at MG Motors, and prior to that, you were the head of program management at Hero MotoCorp, and
Right.
you also headed various product engineering divisions at General Motors Technical Center in India. So,
Sure.
can you outline for us what are the essential educational and professional skill sets that you consider crucial to your success?
See, definitely in product engineering, or if there is any other area, it is an engineering is a very
Must.
essential must for that. But for program manager or program management, even an MBA is a good degree. And
Okay.
if you are engineering plus MBA, it's definitely very. Uh, I mean, it's an asset to you. To
Right.
you have both the worlds. Both the degrees available. But even I have seen a lot of engineers doing a part-time MBA course, and that also brings a lot of knowledge to them, because they are already doing a lot of these things in their day-to-day job while they are doing engineering work. And when they go to the classes to study, so we have nearby, like I am Ahmedabad, near Baroda. So many engineers go there for part-time MBA. So they gain also a knowledge in projects they do there and study there.
Right.
And MG has also started now the educational program for
Right.
the employees.
Okay. All right. That's very interesting. So
Yeah.
employees can upskill,
Yes,
when.
employees can upskill taking advanced degrees while they are doing a job.
All right. When you hire, say, a product manager or a product engineer at MG, can you tell us what are the specific qualities or qualifications that you prioritize?
Yes, very interesting question. So earlier in General Motors, like I was hiring mostly product engineers. In Hero, I was hiring all program managers. But when I joined MG, so my boss told Rajiv that you take in charge of both the departments. So I have to hire both
Hmm.
product engineers and program managers. So it was a very interesting situation. And both the skill sets, I look for a very open-minded person, a good attitude, and inquisitive nature, and also people can learn during the job. They can get upgraded, but a good teamwork attitude is very important. That is what I see. And especially in the product engineers, I saw an analytical mind, and something which they have demonstrated in the past about some projects or some skill sets in the technical area where they have demonstrated, and in the program management where they have at the very large scale, or managing the projects very effectively across the organization. So these are some of the key skills, but as you know, these also need to be upgraded by both the sets.
Okay. So constant upgrading of skills is
Exactly.
very, very essential. So whether you
Right.
do courses, through your company, you do courses externally, or, what are some of the courses, Sameer, is there anything in particular that, these people who want to move from, say, engineering to product management, or product management to product engineering, any specific, general courses that you
Uh,
recommend?
Yeah, see, it depends on the domain they want to go. So there are lots of courses available online as well, and specifically if they want to go to electric vehicles. So right now there is a trend of increasing electric vehicles. Like MG has also launched now 2 vehicles already in the market. So there are a lot of courses to upgrade on the electric vehicles, let's say.
Right. So you encourage that
Yeah.
that they.
On the engineers to upgrade themselves on the electric vehicle, because the coming years, and as you see, we'll approach 4 5 years later, the more and more electric vehicles will be coming in the market.
Right, absolutely. I'm going to move into the Q&A, because we have
Sure.
quite a number of questions
Yeah,
come in.
right, definitely.
Right. So the first question is from Ramya Gowda, and she asks, on product versus services, how is services different from product? Are these two the same? And of lately, product and services are considered as product itself. What is the reason?
Okay, so in our automotive industry, I would assume that service means after sales and
Right.
service, right? So that is also a very essential part of the whole product development. and it
Right.
comes under a purview of extension of product development only, because we have engineering tools which are used in after sales, and a lot of training we happened inside the product engineering for them. And a good after sales and service can keep the customer happy, as everybody knows, and also keep the product moving. So service is essentially a very important part of product engineering itself. And also we work very closely together with after sales, quality and engineering as one team for this.
All right. Okay. We've got Abhilash Mishra who asks, kindly chart out a path for a new MBA student who wants to pursue product management after MBA from a tier 2 college.
Yeah, see, it doesn't matter a tier one or tier two college. So it depends on where you land after the college, right? So your initial training is very important. Your first 5 months, 6 months, or 1 year, what you learn is what you will be doing almost your half or full life. So it all depends on how you choose the company or the profession which you want to go and what you want to do by heart. So for example, I want to make cars. So I have been in cars, and now 30 years I have been making cars.
Right.
And this is like, by my heart, I want to be into an automotive industry. So it depends on people. Somebody wants to program, somebody wants to be to textile industry, somebody into different industries. So it's very important to choose the companies right from the campus. And also when they are changing the company after 1 or 2 years, it's very important, because after the second or the third company, the person really gets established, and then they see the path ahead of them where they're going in life. And as the midlife starts coming, they will have to realize now they have to grow further. They have to become the head of the department. So they should have adequate knowledge also at that time. And that can come from a right experience, in my opinion.
All right. So, now I hope, Ramya, you've got your response. I've got, similar questions. One is from Kiran Shrestha. And I think that's really the crux of what a lot of people are also asking. How difficult is it to get into product management for a non-tech background individual? And there is another question from Gyan Dikshit. I'm from the software IT industry and currently working as a senior product owner in a healthcare IT MNC and have 13 years of experience. I'm aspiring to switch to product manager role in my domain. But the challenge I see is that a person with a non-technical background is not worthy or less worthy of becoming a product owner or product management. And I'm saying this based on my observation of job descriptions. So I think I'm going to just jump across to the question. My question is, should a candidate coming from functional background with no or less technical knowledge skills even try for a PO or PM job?
I would say nothing is impossible, and a person should have a confidence in himself or herself to, get to the success. And it can come through different steps they have to take. They have to learn certain basic skills of that trade or whatever area they want to manage, and then they have to manage the whole project. And they have to show their timing skills, the project management skills, right? And they have to see in advance what the things can go wrong, and they have to be ready, and they have to present or showcase the results to the management, and then they will be successful in program management. So in Miloni, in program management, there are three basic things: cost, time, and quality. We call it CTQ. So if the person balances the CTQ and brings out the best result, all his technical expertise or any lack of it will get hidden behind the success he will get in front of the management.
All right. Okay. Then I hope this also answers Tohib Adiola's question, who was asking that as a legal practitioner, is it possible to transition into product management? So you're saying that, if they can manage the CTQ, then yes, anyone can actually get into
anybody. So I'll just tell you, in my last company, Hero, there was one lady from UK who heads our HR department, and she asked me that, Sameer, as a head of program management, can you give a lecture to my HR team for project management? So project management is not only in engineering or program or product development. It can be into any area, like you told legal, like you told HR, or into anything. It's all project management end to end.
All right. So we've got Anish Pani, and he's a student of Bachelor's in Science and Economics. And the whole curriculum revolves around financial markets, inflation markets, and understanding business cycles. I have an interest in automotive sphere and like the technical aspects as Anish. According to you, how can I shape myself to understand the automotive industry and become a program manager or a product manager in the near future?
Yeah, see, definitely with the financial background, you can go into a product finance, for example, where they do the costing of the product. They bring out different cost, like I'm working now, cost optimization across the company. So I am working very closely with the finance team to see where all the differences in the cost there while we are procuring the product, or we are working with our vendors or anything. So a lot of work is related to finance in this regard. And in the finance, we have engineers, right? And also we have CA, who is our head of finance in our plant. So it's a mix of engineering and finance, where we handle a lot of cost optimization in the company. And definitely this is a very, very crucial area, I would say, for any automotive companies. And along with that, if they have a knowledge of, let's say, the automotive parts or the latest trend in the automotive market, that can certainly help them to get into the automotive area.
All right. We've got a question from Rahul Maurya. I'm a product engineer come manager in a PSU BPCL. Is it worth doing an MBA to go into the same sector?
See, certainly MBA can help you a lot. And if you are the initial years of your career, a full-time MBA will also certainly be very helpful, where you can get a good jump of salary from the last job. But if you are, let's say, many years of experience already in the industry, sometimes the part-time MBA helps you to gain a lot of knowledge into this area. And you can also switch the career within your company, or you can try outside as well. So that's my advice, that you have to take your decision for yourself, and you have to see which way it can help you. And many times I see people spending a very big amount on the MBA programs, doing from ISB or things, but it does not help them so much growth in the career within the company, because it depends on company to company as well. So I would say it was an individual decision, and also looking at what prospect they have after doing an MBA. Definitely,
It's an option. There is a question from Rohit Mane. Can I directly pursue product management as a career after my BTech as a fresher without an MBA? Now, I want to ask you, Sameer, would you take someone like that?
Yeah, definitely. So we have a program management, like as I told you. So earlier also, we took some engineers directly from the college, GTs, what we called. So we go to different colleges and we select people in different areas. So these engineers, when they come to our company, we rotate them into different departments. And after that, our department heads select from them. And program management is also one of the department where they select directly an engineer as a GT into the program management. So our company is taking it. I believe many other companies are also taking engineers directly into program management.
Okay. We've got some questions which had come in via email. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the names. I'm just going through one or two of those, a couple of those questions. And let me try and see, which one we can answer. Okay, can there be opportunities for product engineers in non-product based companies? Is it possible? If yes, how? That's one of the questions.
Yeah, there are certain areas like edutech or fintech or many other companies where technical people can, go and work. So, for example, when I was in US, I was doing my masters, and there were people doing programming, and they go and work on Wall Street. So, it's because they have an analytical mind. And many non-tech companies or non-product companies also take engineers for a lot of their analytical skills.
All right.
So, yeah, it's definitely possible.
All right. Again, we have someone from IT program management who's saying, with experience in agile program and delivery management, I have always aspired to become a product manager, but I've never got the right direction to step into it. Now I'm seeking clarity on 3 things below. What skills are required that you already answered? What should be the transition strategy to switch from my current role to another? Is it mandatory to have proficient domain knowledge? Okay, I think this is the most important question. Will just doing courses help me enter this role? Or will it not be useless if I don't have a hands-on job training alongside? What do you think, Sameer?
So already he is doing Agile, right? So that's really helpful in program management. And also, I would say a PMP course, PMP certification is something which companies look when hiring a program manager, and that can certainly help. And I think lastly, he asked about the on-job training. Sorry,
Yes.
what?
That, should he just do courses, these online courses that we're talking of?
Yeah.
Or does he thinks, will it help unless he also has a job alongside or hands-on training alongside?
Definitely. A job alongside, and then choosing the right course, matching along with the job is certainly very helpful. And what I've seen recently also, like he is into programming area, for example. So upgrading the skills in that area can also help him to get a job. And then he can think of how he can move up in the ladder or how he can progress in his job by doing certain more courses or
Right.
program management courses. So that can be very helpful to him.
All right. Why is this sudden interest, Sameer, in product management? Suddenly it's become like this career that a lot of people want to get into, because a lot of questions are about how they can transition from their particular careers into product management. What makes product management so exciting nowadays from your vantage?
Yeah, every company, Melanie, will need now product or program management. So this is a certain area. Actually, I was also not aware. I'll tell you, around 25 years back, there was no program or product management. There was only engineering and traditional departments. When I was working with Daewoo Motor Corporation, and that time as an engineer or R&D person, I have to manage all the cross-functional teams. And this went on since I joined General Motors. And then there was a concept of PDT, or product development teams, where again, all the teams comes together and one of the person is the lead of the team. And we really got a lot of success when there is a cross-functional team. Then from North America, the General Motors North America bring out this concept of program management, and they started training into that. And there is a GVDP, Global Vehicle Development Program. And it came to, like when I was in Korea, to Korea, and from Korea to India. And suddenly I see every company in India is having a program management office. So in Hero, when I went, even in 2015, I was hired for establishing a program management office, PMO, directly attached to the chairman office. And so this basically becomes suddenly very crucial for program management as a complete organization. But otherwise, it has been a part of engineering, or it has been a part of
For
manufacturing.
functional engineering,
Bringing
this is
all
just
functions together.
it's now sort of been sectioned off into a whole new career. So
Yeah,
really more opportunities, I think, for people out there.
right.
This is one question that's come in from um, Krisht Jha. Does MG offer internships in product engineering to engineering students? And he says he's a mechanical engineering student from Delhi.
Yeah, MG offers internship, but limited to MTech students, as far as I know. And they gave internship for longer period, around 11 to 12 months. And also then they consider them hiring if they are capable of the job. So we don't have a short-term internship period like the college gives for 1 or 2 months in industry. So that type of internship MD has not yet started.
All right. So there is this next question from Rakesh Ramaswamy. Can someone from autonomous systems, AI, post-grad, get into product management roles at automobile firms to help develop autonomous tech at MG or GM, for instance? And he says, I have an IT background of 12.5 years and I've decided to cross-skill in autonomous systems.
Yeah, definitely. So these are the areas, Meloni, which is developing right now. We introduced the first internet car
Right.
of India, right, Hector, in 2019. And then everybody follows it. And now there's cloud, big data, everybody's talking about it. All the cars in India you can see with connected cars. And now I am a co-chairman at SIAM, which is Society of Automobile Manufacturers for Connected Cars as well. So this area of AI and connected cars is growing rapidly. And definitely a person with this background can get into automobile industry, and especially into the IT department, or where they are handling the connected cars from the IT perspective, from the cloud perspective, from the data perspective. And
That
it's
is also going to become
becoming
very, very crucial and critical in the
yeah,
days to come.
exactly.
Right. So Rakesh, I hope, that answers your question. There was one more question, that had come in via email. How is AI and chat GPT completely transforming these sectors?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of information you get from these AI, chat GPT areas, and also there are a lot of things you read about, like how these things are leading into new development. But automotive, being a very traditional industry, has not directly utilized this GPT into any of the development thing. But one thing I'm doing right now with marketing for developing a new web portal, and that will be open to everybody in India. And there we are trying to create one chat GPT for giving them answers immediately. That
Oh.
can be utilized. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Just a few more questions now, because, we are already running out of time. How do you foresee industry trends and disruptions, shaping the future of product engineering and product management? And what are the steps that, professionals, if you can just chalk it down, can take proactively to prepare themselves, for these forthcoming challenges and remain equipped to navigate this landscape?
Yeah, definitely. See, for this, we have started MG Nurture as well, as you know, in the colleges for 6th and 7th semester students. And we already finished one batch for 22 colleges across India. And we have given them course on connected cars, autonomous and electric vehicles, and also upskilling for their interviews and the corporate life. So definitely, I would say one thing is technology disruptions which are happening, and people have to cope up with it. Another is their attitude. They have to make it very conducive for the industry environment. Third is the skill or upskilling continuously, which will help them a lot. And one thing, Melody, which I found is that connections. So all right, people is now connected on so many social media and other things. They
Yeah.
will have to be connected also for their jobs or their skills. So once people are connected all over, and even the world, it's not only in India, then they will be coming to know many new things, many new opportunities, even new jobs, which are not advertised even.
All
So
right.
that's very helpful. Yeah.
Right. So, exciting new possibilities. This is now
Definitely.
my last question to you, Sameer. For
Yeah.
young professionals who are confused about deciding between the two career paths, right? So that's product engineering on one side, product management. What would be your advice to them in choosing between the two? Which are the factors that you think they should take, into consideration? For example, skills, demand, career growth, and also, which career do you see as being more lucrative? And what's been your experience?
See, right now, both the things are very lucrative in a way because they both have a lot of demand in their domain, particular domain. In the product engineering or engineering role, they can go very deep into the domain and as a domain expert. And
Right.
when they grow in the career, they also have a satisfaction of getting into a lot of detailed engineering or validation type of work. While in program management, it leads to a leadership role and
Hmm.
also managing the overall program, and it's also a growth path. A person has to choose accordingly where they fit well. And
Yeah.
I will tell many people looking at it that this can be a good technocrat, but may not be a very good program management guy. So it depends on personality as well, in my opinion.
All right. Sameer Jindal, Director, Cost Optimization and MD Nurture at MG Motor India. Thank you so very much, for joining us, for taking so many questions and explaining so patiently, the differences between product engineering, product management, career growth, career path, trajectory, and taking so many individual questions. Thank you very much for providing this insight. And to everyone who joined us today on this live session, thank you very much for being a part of this. We do ET Career Talks very often, so keep checking our website to know, which are the new sessions that are going to come in the next couple of weeks, and keep attending. We wish you all the best on your career journey. Sameer, thanks so very much, and to everyone, good evening.
Thank you, Milani. I really enjoyed the talk, and people can join me on LinkedIn and ask more questions as they like. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you very much for your offer, Sameer. Thank you.
Bye.